Hello. Good afternoon instead of good morning. Good afternoon. Nice to see you today on a Sunday, 1 o'clock here in Maryland. I'm Lorraine Sish, Step It Up demonstrator from the Baltimore area, little town called Catonsville. And I'm happy to see you today. So, welcome to Coffee and a Card, rescheduled to Sunday. I don't even have my water with me right now. I kind of raced home from church today, went a little bit over. It was Confirmation Sunday. And so it went a little bit over. So I rushed home and didn't even grab a drink. That's okay. I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to go. Hope you are too. So if you are watching live, please say hello and where you're from. And I'm just happy to see you. Like to see some familiar faces, like to see some new faces and make some new friends. All right. So, and if you are watching the replay, please leave a comment down below because I will read every one of those as well. Okay. So, we'll wait for some people to hop on and say hello. I see there are some people on. I just don't see any comments yet. So that's okay. Don't be shy. It's all right. So today, like I said, if you haven't read my past posts, I was having some issues that I had lost my power cord to my laptop. And that's what I use to stream, especially do the double camera technique here with my streaming software. I couldn't do that with my tablet. And I couldn't even log on to Facebook with my tablet because I don't use it often. So when I went to put it on, it was not logging in. I put in what I thought my password was. Anyway, just crazy tech issues this week. I'm glad to be here today, and I'm glad that you are too. So, yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. There are my comments. All right. I was not seeing anything. All right. Hi, darling. Nice to see you. So, Lynn, this is we're gonna do what we did at our team meeting the other day, and Barbara, you'll get to see that too. And but Lynn, you'll get to see finished product because I didn't get to finish it with my team the other day. I showed them this little technique, this fold, and you'll get to see some different ones. So hang in there, Lynn. Don't go away, okay? Hi, Debbie. Before you go to Branson's baseball game. All righty. Okay. Hope you have a good day. It's a little not really drizzly, but it's misty, a little misty today, like that kind of foggy, but you feel the mist in the air. So hope you have a better day where you are. Okay, so this is kind of a card. It is a card, but it's like I put in my description, it's more than a card. It has some little pockets and pull out things and different folds and several kind of like little pages to it. So you can make it a mini scrapbook or a little journal, put extra little messages in there, maybe put a gift card in there. And so it could be a little bit more than just a typical card, something that you want to give to somebody extra special. And, maybe write some extra things in there. So I'm going to show you the basic design today, and I'm going to show you one that I completed and some that are in the works. So once you have the basic folds down and you have it all glued together, you can put whatever decorations you want on there. You can add your ribbon, you can add stamped images, you can add places to journal, you can add some stamped sentiments or extra labels and whatever. So it's going to be fun. Trust me. Once you have that basic thing, then you can just kind of go and make it your own. All right. So nice to see people coming on. Hi, Marcia and Shirley. All right. Glad you can catch it live too as well. So 1 o'clock I know is a little bit more reasonable time for people on the West Coast. 1 o'clock my time. So I'm not getting you guys up at the break of dawn. Okay. So let me know who's crafting along today. This is going to be easy. So hope you brought a 12 by 12 sheet of designer paper. I'm going to do one with the Take to the Sky designer paper. When I do some of my projects, I like to show different versions of the same thing. So you can see that, all right, it doesn't have to be flowers, or it doesn't have to be a masculine. It doesn't have to be a kid's thing. Okay, so I like to see different vibes, I guess you could say, right? So this one's going to be a masculine one. I chose, this is probably best with paper that has kind of smaller images, because we're going to use smaller pieces of it. I did do one with the zinnias with the big flowers, which is fine. That was good. But you really wouldn't want something that's one of those big ones with the scene, with bigger, much bigger images. So I'm also going to show you what to do if you have a paper that has a certain direction to it. Like this one definitely has an up and a down. All right. So you're going to have to, it's not hard. Just going to have to make sure that you put it the right way. The other side is totally random. It's like the topographical lines on the map. So I'm going to choose that for my inside. And then the planes are going to be on the outside. Just so you know, other images in this collection, some are maps. I'm going to switch my view to something a little different here, and I'm going to switch to my desktop for the big one. There we go. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Hi, Karen, Nadine. Oh, thank you. All right. Nadine's crafted along. Excellent. Okay. So flip sides, a little bit more neutral pattern, and the front's more of a graphic. Here we have some clouds and the plaid. Some of the designer papers that Stampin' Up! Has, some have had this kind of a look to it, where you get multiple images that you cut out into smaller pieces and just mount them on your card or your project. Great for scrapbooking as well. So you can cut these like this and then, cut the smaller pieces. Or just use the back, which is a map. Here you have, looks like some architectural type designs. I love that copper clay. This uses the smoky slate, mossy meadow, copper clay, boho blue, and I guess that's it. Smoky slate, boho blue, mossy meadow. Oh, night of navy. Okay, so even if your guy isn't an aviator, it's kind of has a little bit more of a masculine thing for anybody. People who like to travel, people who like maps. My husband likes maps. Some people collect them. Some people mount them on their walls. They can make nice home decor. So, all right, so I'm going to get all that back in there. And we are going to take our 12 by 12 sheet of designer paper. Just watching this afternoon. Okay, Michelle. Hope everything's well. Michelle has all her fall decorations up. She posted that the other day. She's ready to go. There you go. All the pumpkins and fall foliage decor. It looks great. Right. Hello, Elizabeth. Nice to see you. Laverne, how are you doing down south, my friend? Some of my southern friends lost power, and so I hope you guys are getting on the mend. Maybe you have power back. Hopefully, if you lost power, you have a generator, hopefully. And, my hearts and prayers go out to everybody who has suffered any hardship through the last hurricane and the residual tornadoes and things like that. So hang in there, everybody, and welcome. Okay. Whoa, Guatemala. All right. And red. All right. So nice to see you, Glenda. Thanks for coming on and telling us where you're from. Okay, so your 12 by 12. If you have a direction, hold it in the proper direction where the top is the top, bottom is the bottom. We are going to score this into thirds. So at 4 inches and 8 inches. All right, that's easy enough. 4 and 8. So slip that in there. Make sure you do not use your cutting blade. Move that out of the way. And when you're scoring designer paper, don't go too hard because you don't want to cut through it. So I go very softly a couple of times and then I could see that. As long as you could see it, it gives you that start for a good fold. Then I'm going to go over to 8. So 2 vertical scores, 4 inches apart. So now you have 3 sections. I know you can't see it on here. Maybe hard to see it there. Hard to see score lines, guys. I'm sorry, but you'll see once I fold it. All right, so 4 and 8, you have thirds. Rotate it so that we can cut across the score lines at 6 inches. This is going to be a 6-inch tall project. You can cut it down to 5.5 if you prefer, so it fits in a regular envelope. The original tutorial I saw had it 6 by 6 because you just cut this in half. And I figured, well, for a special gift, that extra 1/2 inch might be nice to give me more place to decorate and more places to write things. So that's up to you. You can certainly cut it down that 1/2 inch. You can cut it to 5.5 and then another 5.5. That's up to you. I'm just going to cut it in half to 6. Right, now we're going to have 2 pieces, and that's all you need your trimmer for. So you can put that away. All right, so you have your 2 pieces cut horizontally. So go ahead with your bone folder. Let's just crease all those score lines. Okay, just go back and forth on them because they are some will be folded one way, some will go the other way. So just get them started. All right. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Go a little both ways, get some flexible. Okay. And like I said, decide which pattern you want for your inside and which pattern you want for your outside. I'll leave my bone folder handy. I'll need that one more time. Okay, so since my planes are going to be on the outside, I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to be looking at the inside parts. Okay, so then what we want to do here is we're going to flip this part up and flip this part up, and we're going to glue those together. So 2/3 that match up, and then you have, these 2/3 will be glued together, and these 2 over here. But hold on, do not glue this edge here. We're just going to glue the top, the bottom, and the folded side, because this is going to make a pocket. Okay, so don't make the mistake I did. I glued the whole thing twice. I was overzealous. I went, shh. But I'll show you how I kind of fix that on the one. There are ways you can get around that. Okay, so glue just 3 sides. Leave this part open for a pocket. I'm just going to have my hand there so I remind myself not to glue that. You can use tear tape. Don't glue too much into this because you want to have room to put things, right? So just glue around the edge. You can use tear and tape, like I said, which is fine, or just a strand of glue there. One reason why I like the glue is it's a lot easier to make sure that they're straight. So those 2 are coming together. I'm going to hold it to the side, and the glue, before it completely dries, gives you some wiggle room to make sure it's all matched up. Okay. There. All right, so just going to rub that down. Little back rub. All right, so you have this flap that's glued together, and you have these 2 that are on either side. 2/3 that, 2/3 of that. All right, so now with a punch, I didn't tell you to bring a punch, but you can do this later. You can, I have my 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm going to cut a little thumb hole there so that people will be able to grab what's on the inside more easily. You can use some other punch if you have a different label punch, such as this. Can go in like this. All right, so maybe I'll use that one because I used the circle on the other one. And so I'll use this, just go in a little bit, enough to make a notch to hold it. If you want to be really precise, then you can center it. As you know, I love using my grid paper as a measure. And up at the top here, I'm just going to mark where the center is because your grid paper starts at 0 and works its way out. So center at 3 and 3 on either side. I'm going to mark where the center is, and that'll help me center my punch. All right, I'm going to make sure I have the right piece here, and then I will just line that up. Here's the line. Oh, there it is. A lot of other lines on here. Okay, so I'm just going to go a little bit in and then punch through both of those. So it's going to make a little notch. Then I'll tell you what we're going to put in there next. Okay, so this back piece, I want you to just fold in like this. And then you can just fold that over. Now you might need to readjust those creases because now we're adding a little bit of thickness there. So you might move where the crease is ever so slightly. All right, then this side, we're going to fold that side in as well. But then we're going to take this corner and fold it down. I'm going to make a little triangle starting at the top there. And over here, you can make it no particular measurement. You can make it as far down as you want. And then that's going to be another pocket. All right, then we're going to close it. And then that's the front of our project today. So let me repeat that. I'm going to open it all up. You're going to see it again. All right, so this is what we glued together. We punched the notch in there. The back we're going to fold in. No gluing, okay, because we're going to fill all these panels up with something. And something here too. So that gives us 4 panels to play around with. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other side, the front side, we're going to fold it in and then fold the corner down. Got it? All right, now this is going to be a pocket. We want to glue that down as well. So obviously we don't need to put glue on this side, but we will put glue here and here to hold that close to here for our pocket. Okay, glue here and here and fold that in. Then this we can also glue down. Won't take much. You don't have to put it across the whole thing, but you know, just a little bit there. All right, so I'm just going to give that a nice crisp fold. And now that's a pocket as well. We have a pocket there. We have a pocket here. We have another page, flip it over, and there are 2 more pages inside there. So from here, that's really all that you have to do. You want to recrease those because, like I said, when there's thickness, it alters where the creases are. The score lines are a little bit, so you want to accommodate the thickness. So from here, you can put whatever message you want on the front. This is where I like to just take maybe some of my scraps. I keep little cello bags of white and different colors. I took out all the colors of my scraps that coordinate with this paper. And although I'm not going to put it all together for you here, I will kind of show you some quick ideas without actually putting it all together. So maybe, maybe I would take this. This is how I like to use up my scraps. So they don't even have to be any particular measurements. Just see what works for you. Maybe that could be the front of my card. And then, let's see, that is about 2 3/8 by 4 1/4. So then I would just take another piece of cardstock to layer that. Like I said, sometimes I don't even measure. I just put a little tick mark there, maybe with my fingernail, or you can use pencil, whatever you like, and then cut it down. As long as you can see the mark, then you're in good shape. I can feel it. Here it is, right there. Just kind of go with it, see how things end up coming together. If you have an occasion in mind, birthday or graduation or wedding, this would make a nice wedding card. Right, so then you could put your sentiment on there. You can stamp something with it. Oh, hold on, let me grab my stamp set over here. Okay, this was the Adventurous Sky bundle. And as I told you before, sometimes I stamp and die cut extra things. Oh, see, I could use that on here. No, that's vanilla. Won't use that. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, so here are some planes. Maybe I could put something like that on there with a sentiment. So you can just put things wherever you want. You can even leave some plain for journaling. You can leave some plain for photographs. And I just like to have fun letting my scraps dictate. Okay, what do I have? And then what should I put where? Now for your inserts, you will need pieces of white that are, I'm going to cut those here in front of you. I didn't cut that earlier. Or did I? Yeah, I thought I started to. That's okay. So you need, for this pocket, you need 3.5 by 5.5. I think that was it. There we go. 3.5 by 5.5. And that's going to fit right in that little pocket there. And then for this one, 3.5 by 4.5. And that is here. Yep. 3.5 by 4.5. And that's going to go in there. It could be a little wider, depending on how much glue or how much sticky tape you have on the side. Wider, meaning taller, this way. You can see that I left a little extra room there. Or so maybe you might want to match that. See, 3.5 by 5 or 4.5. So maybe I could cut something just a little bigger to make a map out of it. I've done that on one of the other ones. So 3.5. Let's go 3 3/4. See how that works. And 4 4/4. Let's see if that should fit in there. Okay, that's a little tight down here. So again, you could tweak it out however you want. I can always take maybe 1/8 of an inch off of my white, and 1/8 of an inch off of this. adjust it to however works for you. Okay, let's see if that fits in here. Yeah, so that fits in. You don't want it extending this. All right, so then you can always write a message on there. I'm just going to put a little temporary glue because I don't know if I'm going to stamp on that or not. So you know that the Tombow is multi-purpose, meaning it's temporary glue and permanent glue. If you adhere two pieces together while the glue is wet, it's going to be permanent. If you just put a little smear on there, and you notice I just thinned it out so it dries quicker, now it's going to be temporary. So I could put that on there until I decide where I want it for good, and then I can just peel it right off. So it's just tacky. So that's a way that you can use the glue temporarily until you decide what you really want to do with it. Okay, so let's say that's in there. All right, so there's your front. Here's your pocket. There's your other pocket. Decorate these parts. Put things on there. I wouldn't put too many, don't make too many things on dimensionals on the inside. You can do a little bit. And don't put too many, don't put like embellishments that might stick up and poke the paper. Okay, because when it's closed, you don't want that to happen. And then, like I said, you have these three here. So let me show you what I did with one of the others. Let me put it back together before I show you the whole thing. I took my little inserts out to measure them before. I'm going to give you the whole effect. Go put my things back in my pocket. All right, so for this one, this was the first one I did. It was Christmas, and I used paper from the Snowy Scenes. So I actually used this paper, starting with the 12 by 12, so with the holly and the diagonal stripes. And then I used, for my front, I cut out one of these snow globes. Okay, there are dies that go along with that. And of course, it's a bundle with the stamp set. So I used a lot of these images and die cut some of them out. And I used the die cut for the snow globes. So you will notice that when you cut that out, okay, let's say I'm doing the tree here. This die is actually just a little shorter than what's here. So I might tend to go up a little bit to make sure I get the star for the tree. This one's not going to matter. I can keep it on the lower side, and it's still going to capture that scene. Now, part of the reason I think that it was made this way is when you cut this out, there's not going to be a border. You know how sometimes when you die cut something, you have a little bit of a border around it? And for these, you are not going to get that border. I'm trying to look for the planes. Okay, so like on here, I had colored it in so it didn't show white. There is a little border around the image of the plane itself. Now I had colored it the light color because I was putting this on boho blue and I didn't want it to show white on the boho blue background. So that's something that you want to consider. So when you cut this out, you are not going to get a border. So this kind of ensures that you're not going to go past that and accidentally get a border on there. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope so. I hope so. So this is fun set and bundle because you get all these different images. Okay, so let me show you what I do with it. It came out so cute, I think. Hope you like it too. Let me grab my other stuff out of the way. Okay. All right. So here we go. This is the little booklet. Like I said, I cut this out from that paper and you don't see a border. Okay. And the same thing with the underneath part. That's a separate die. You can cut that out separately. And I wanted that to be raised up so it shows more dimension, because usually the bottom, the base of the snow globe is wider than the actual globe itself, obviously, because it's holding it and containing it. So what I did was I die cut that out, but then I also mounted it on Poppy Parade cardstock so it gave it a little bit more stability. Just putting dimensionals under DSP, it's sometimes a little flimsy, and I wanted it to be more firm. So that's that. And then I don't know if you can see, but oh, there we go, little glitter, wink of Stella, all across the snow globe, because that's what a snow globe is. It has the glitter and the stuff inside, right? So that makes it very special that way. Season's greetings from the Snowy Wonder. I have the twine from, it's in the mini catalog, Natural Tones Linen Thread. Okay. Oh, hi to the new people who joined in. Barbara, you're on. Wow, I'm surprised. Nice to see you. Barbara's a friend that I knew from when I was little, growing up, and we reconnected over all these years. Nice to see you there. And Joy and Judy. Oh, thanks for joining on, everybody. So this has the garden green, copper clay, and night of navy twine, which is fun colors for the holidays. All right, so then we're going to open it up, and here is my little insert from my pocket. A little for you and a little die cut from here on the corner there, so people can see, oh, there's something there. And then maybe I'd write a note. Oops, sorry. I'd write a note as to what this little thing is. Okay, and then here I took the Christmas greetings, is it called? Oh, I'm so sorry. Greetings of the season. Okay, that's another bundle with all holiday greetings, and it has these great die cuts that are tags. All right, so I took this big one here and I stamped it in Poppy Parade, because this is Poppy Parade in Garden Green. Stamped it with the little speckles in the back, so it didn't look quite so plain. Let me bring that up to the camera better to see, maybe catch a glimpse of it. Okay, and then the trees is from Decorative Trees. Actually, this was just die cut. This one wasn't stamped. Here it is, this fabulous bundle. Oh my gosh. So this was die cut in green first, and then it has these beautiful overlays. Some are plaid or stripes or filigree or whatever. I chose this snowflake one to put over there. And let me get this back. Don't want to lose it. Oh, see now, oh, there it was. It's like putting a puzzle together. You forget how it gets laid out in there. And then the embellishments that I used to put add a little glimmer on there. The little gold specks, sequins I put in the middle of the snowflakes. So that is Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequins. Comes in 4 colors, the copper, the brown, the gold, and there's a silver that was used up. There's a few left in there. And then gold twine, which the trim comes in the silver and the gold. Simply Elegant trim. Okay, you get 1 of each in there. I just put my extra, so don't think you get 3. And so made that Christmas tag there. Winter Wishes is from this other Christmas labels set that has these gorgeous, gorgeous labels here, which fit these exactly. So Winter Wishes actually is on a slant, and fits nicely in here, but I stamped it to be a little bit more straight and cut it to put on there. So winter wishes, and then we're going to pull out that little card from the pocket, and it's going to give many winter wishes. So this is what I did. Be merry, love and joy, peace on earth. Those are my winter wishes for whoever gets this. I took an extra piece of the cardstock to decorate it, and you could see I mounted this on the garden green as well. So that gives a nice little message in there. Then we open it up, and now we're going to the penguin. So this I mounted totally with the Poppy Parade, because this is the one where I made the mistake on, and I'll show you what to do if you make mistakes. I did it again just before I got on. I just glued the whole thing instead of leaving the pockets. I said, oh, darn it. So anyway, so we embossed this with the snowflake embossing. I tore some white paper to look like the fluffy snow, and I put some Wink of Stella on there. Mr. Penguin is there on dimensionals, and he's excited that it's snowing. We're saying, let it snow. Here are some places that I thought would be a great place for some photos. Maybe photos of the grandkids, or photos of snowy scenes that you might have taken. All right. These were also die cuts from that set as well. And I touched them up with a little bit of Wink of Stella also. Okay, and again, the silver twine now and there. Now on this page, you could put a little notch as well so that people can notice more easily that it opens. So now here's my inside. Looks like a little scrapbook spread, right? So, it's this is some of the die cuts from the Snowy Wonders. Things that I had stamped and cut out. And then this is one of those beautiful dies that I was showing you, the Christmas labels. So this was actually from here. I cut out the black, then I did another one in white and snipped the inside so I can layer it and put that there. So I thought over here could be a cute picture of the kids, at Christmas, or maybe something that you've baked or whatever. So whatever you want to send your Christmas wishes for. All right. So here you go. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different panels that you can decorate and however you like. So like I said, I wasn't going to tell you how to do all it. You can do whatever you like for whatever theme you like, whatever works with your designer paper. So yeah, folio. Thank you, Barbara. That's a good word for that. Possibilities are endless, Judy. Yes. And I know Judy said she made one that was 5.5 tall and it worked fine. Obviously, there's no reason why you can't trim it down. That way it might fit in a regular envelope, but it will be thick depending on what you put inside. So remember that. If it's too thick, it might not even fit in a regular envelope, because of the thickness, but also you will end up paying extra postage, but it's a special gift. So what's an extra 50 cents or $1 or whatever? Okay. Obviously you put time and love and materials into your card. So you want it sent properly as well. Okay. So like I said, I did another one with the zinnias. I was just whipping that up just before I got on, just to remind myself, okay, how to do it right. And I did it wrong. So this is what I did. I glued this whole piece together. Forget, because I was just going fast and not thinking. I didn't leave this open for a pocket. So 2 things you can do. Number 1, just don't have a pocket. Actually, there are multiple things you can do. You can always add another piece halfway here and make that a pocket, right? Or what I ended up doing with this one, because this was where I closed it and didn't leave it as a pocket. So that just became my back. So I just kind of flipped it around a little bit. And let's see, I'm trying to think here. What did I do? Okay. I don't remember. I flipped it around a little bit. Oh, upside down this way, maybe. All right, there. Glue that together. Maybe that became my pocket. Whatever. So you can always glue these down together instead. You can mess around with it a little bit. So maybe, so like I said, this one doesn't have that kind of a pocket. So then it just might have, you can just put another little piece down here. So that one will be fun again. So you have different looks. You have the masculine, you have the Christmas, you have the flowers. And then another one I wanted to do that I used with the Season of Green and Gold paper. So this is the one that has gold foil highlights and then the greenery inside. So there's my folded down pocket. Here's one that I remembered to not glue the edge. And then here, so this one will be my little bit more elegant one. Right, so lots of ideas you can do there. And like I said, it doesn't have to stop at one theme. You could have a variety of looks. Okay. Yeah. All right. So so like I said, just because if you glue that together wrong, just flip it around and work it a slightly different way. It's okay. Don't throw it out. Don't cut it up. Don't throw it out. It'll all be good. So I'll finish up these and show you what they look like when they're done. And I hope you guys can show me what you do as well. Right. So Lynn, you use your Wild Wheat designer paper. Oh, you know what? I almost chose a Wild Wheat for, which one was I looking at? I don't know. I was looking at one with Wild Wheat. I almost chose a Wild Wheat paper to do today. I said, well, let me go masculine. Let me see any other comments you guys might have. And okay, Barbara, I'm going to be calling you soon so that once Fred and I decide our dates, I'm going to call you. All right. So we can try to visit you. Elizabeth likes a card. Thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, Shirley. All right. I'm glad you get it. All good. Jane. Joan. It's okay. You made it. It's all good. Usually we chit chat and say hello for a few minutes anyway. So at least you get to see the project, and there's always the replay. If you miss, you can go back and look. All right. So, all right. I hope you all have a great Sunday. We have a little bit of a foggy day, but it's just going to be good. Started off going to church. It's all good, and seeing you. And I think there's a piano concert in our future today that we'll go to, and it'll be a nice day. Right. So hope you enjoy yours. Thank you for coming on. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching as well. And please leave some comments and thumbs up down below. Let me just put some information on my page here. If you are looking to place an order until, oh, wait a minute, that says August. Oh, no, I should adjust that. That's September host code. Sorry about that. I remember because I changed it quickly. Okay, there we go. September host code is that right there. If your order is under 150, then please use that host code. It helps me out. And if your order is 150 or more, that's the level that you would get some host rewards. So do not use the code, and you will get some host rewards starting at 10%. So that'll be $15. Okay. This goes just until the 30th, so just a few more days. Check out the clearance items on the Stampin' Up! Website. There are some fantastic things there, especially things that were last year's in colors, some cardstock. Vanilla envelopes were a big hit. I didn't check the inventory today, but I know they had discontinued the vanilla envelopes, but now they were there. So I don't know as of today what's there or not. That's been popular. A lot of embellishments for like $3 or $4. They're really, really cheap. So go ahead, take a look there, see what you can get. All right. And don't forget to use that host code. For orders that are $50 and more, I am sending out a free gift. I have a lot of some of my stash that I'm willing to share, some retired things, but new. And so I'll be sending out some surprise gifts to everybody. I can't say exactly what it is because it's going to be different. It's going to be a surprise. Different people are going to get different things, but it will definitely be a fun gift for orders $50 or more. They'll be going out right at the end of the month. All right. I think that's it. Well, okay. Things coming up in October. You want to know specials, right? Special joint offer. You get $155 for just $99, $155 worth of your choice of products. So instead of $125, you get an extra $30 in the October month. Also, kits will be 30. A lot of kits are 30% off, maybe all of them. I don't remember. And also there's going to be a special offer for new subscribers to Paper Pumpkin. So stay tuned for that. All righty. Hugs to everybody. Have a great day. See you next time. Hopefully on Friday. Okay. Bye now.